Oh fuck it, I'm just going to go live now. Where am I? Nope, that's Giant Me. It's literally called Giant Me, I don't know why I clicked it. We've got part 2 of... Hello. That was fucking hot. Christ. I regret that decision. I just brushed my teeth, so I don't know why I'm now drinking a coffee. Part 2 of Towneley Hall in Burnley, for the continuation of the thing that woke several people up last night. Oh good god. Oh help. Abort. Shit. I've resolved the issue. Turns out I still had your stream open in the background there, Maya. You couldn't actually hear it because desktop was muted, but for me I was getting like loop back. So, yeah. I'm gonna watch part 2.
What is that behind you?
Right, what the fuck was
Time to
that?
adjust
Is
the
this
audio.
you? Do you mean as harm?
No! Something just grabbed my coat. Something just grabbed my coat.
Mary's coat sounds good.
Welcome to Most Haunted and Towneley Hall Part 2.
It's quite a nice place, Towneley Hall. Where's my other tab? I always have another tab open. I need to be able to look shit up.
Okay, let's see you put your money where your mouth is.
We start where we left last time. Glenn and Greg went to the upper gallery, Stuart and Jenny took the Great Hall, and I took Mary and Carl to the Egyptian room.
I love that they haven't bothered with the...
I just can't see a damn thing.
Time to talk.
You guys okay?
Yeah, just can't see.
Well-
I'm following you, Mother. No, seriously, but whoa.
What's that?
You know what, Greek? Neither did I, but I'll take it. Thank you for the sub.
Let's be tripping over my own feet. It's so dark.
So,
I mean-
does anyone that was here last night... Whoa, fuck me, I'm sweating already. Does anyone that was here last night remember what happened? Because I was too tired by the end of it. Oh, that cot moved. Yes, that cot moved. Stick around, Amy, why not? The cot moving was weird. That was the only thing that actually sticks in my head.
There's a moon out tonight, but it's still. Yeah,
It's a still moon.
Anything that's leaking, it's black.
Oh yeah, the book moved as well. What? That was horrifying. See, if I was walking up the stairs only using night vision to navigate, couldn't see anything, and that was in the background, I would have probably had a heart attack by now. I'd have just tumbled straight back down the stairs.
Just got that nice electrostatic feeling
Really?
walking into this corridor, yeah.
Cool.
I've just got I need to go to the gym more often because I'm a little bit knackered and out of breath. Feeling from coming up all those stairs.
Right, Jenny,
Let's go.
do you want to tell everyone where we are?
We're in the Great Hall, doing
You're in the Great Hall.
vigiling here. See if we get anything. Fingers
Lovely.
crossed. Feels a bit spooky in here, to be fair.
It's different at night time though, isn't it?
Do you want me to leave a torch on, or shall I take
Whatever
it
you
off?
want to do, if you need it on to see where you're going, you can do. I'll just do a quick pan round now so everyone at home can see the
I don't know what level
vastness.
they have this on, but...
So, put the night vision on there. That's a big old room. It's got very, very high ceilings.
Lovely fresh chandeliers there, that's right.
Yeah, wouldn't it just? That's the kind of stuff you want.
See, these two are weirdly quiet, so I'm going to turn it... Oh, and now we're back to
What do you mean, there you go?
Yvette and Carl.
Big old mummy.
I can't see anything.
Sarcophagus.
unless I've forgot to-
Keep going, keep walking, keep going. Keep walking,
Go on, push her.
keep going. Keep going, well done. You're doing fine. There's nothing in front of you.
Sorry.
Nothing in front of you.
Something behind you.
Something in front. Can you see anything in front of you? Careful now. There's like a.
Oh God, my hearing's gone.
Oh, is it? You okay?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's like a high pitched. It's gone in my left ear.
Was it?
Yeah. Shh. Did you just make my hearing go funny?
We established earlier
Directly down the floor.
that 2 knocks was yes, 1 knock was no, in part 1. So that was a response to her question, it sounds like. Mary really needs to polish her shoes.
Hello there.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
Do you mean us harm?
What was that?
No, there were 2 noises there.
Yeah, there was 2 saying
Yeah,
it meant us harm, and then there was a.
like a. Can you come?
I was distracted by
Was
the
it
other
me?
noise. Was that response to her
harm?
question? There were 2
What was
knocks.
that?
There were 2 knocks in amongst that. So that to me comes across as a yes response to the "Do you mean us harm?" question, which is brilliant.
No, there were 2 noises there.
Yeah, there was 2 saying
Yeah,
it meant us harm, and then there was a.
like a. Can you come?
There was a knock, and then there was a. Look.
Oh God! Is this? Are you connected to any of the Egyptian?
Oh yes, Stu felt really bad for leaving the basement. Yes, because he has first aid training, and he thinks he should have first aid helped the people, but he couldn't go to them.
You are. Are you?
Oh, there's one half open there.
Are you connected to this one? This one? Are you connected to this sarcophagus? I couldn't even say it then. Are you connected to this sarcophagus?
Right, hang on. How do you say that word? Sarcophagus. 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 Right, I'll keep that in mind.
I heard some movement in there. Right, I've got to go slow because I can't see. Hello?
What's the left of us
Sarcophagus.
here? I can't see. What's down there?
Just,
What the hell is that?
just more
Okay.
cabinet. I'm sure.
What did you hear? What was it like?
Movement, like somebody was definitely in. I can't.
Hey, sorry, something just grabbed my coat. Something just grabbed my coat. That
Where?
literally at the back, through there.
Mary has been
It
grabbed.
felt like someone had just gone, you know.
There's no.
Oh, there's
You
a noise
okay?
in there. There's a noise in there.
I know that Mary is Yvette and Carl's daughter, but she feels more believable than pretty much everybody else on this show.
As well.
Where?
In here, scratching. As if wood creaking. That was so. Listen.
It's like a heartbeat.
That's getting closer.
It is getting
Did you
louder.
just tug on Mary's coat?
No, it's glass and it actually had a reflection myself.
Oh, God.
That absolutely scared the crap out. I just saw a face. Oh, that good looking one.
I'll ask again. Are you connected to the Egyptian sarcophaguses?
Sarcophagi. 8.
I heard that.
Right.
That was the squeak of something like feet
I'm
on the
invested.
floor.
I don't quite know what's happening, but I'm invested.
Hang on, let's just have a look.
I don't know if I previously mentioned I have got another episode lined up to watch after this one, so this will be a longer stream. I'll probably go to about 1:30.
I have not done a full.
Half 12.
I'm going to go around here. You
Need
guys
to
stay
see
here.
it.
Somewhere
I'm going to do a
around
full. So everyone can home because I've not done around this side. What the hell? Oh. What's in there? Just a door. Right.
Are you many thousands of years old?
It's in the other room.
There's still that distant,
It sounds like it's coming from underneath this sarcophagus here.
that distant heartbeat knock.
It sounds something like it's coming from the other
Did you
room.
read anything like a name or anything?
You're going to force us.
It's slightly too rhythmic. It's not like a responsive knocking, it's more of a pattern, which makes me think it could be something more mechanical, maybe. I don't know what. Something with a pulsating sort of feel. Something rhythmic. Nothing's springing to mind. It could be something electrical. But again, it does sound like distinct knocking. I'm not really sure. That is an interesting knock. But again, it feels too consistent and rhythmic to be real. I will at some point this week watch something other than Most Haunted, because I do not want to become a Most Haunted reaction channel. Mainly because they've stopped making episodes at the minute, so the content would dry up too quick.
Us to leave. Where are you? You afraid of us? Are you getting anything, Mike? Are you feeling anything?
I'm not feeling a thing.
I've never had a quieter room. There's no tapping, there's no creaking. I'm not hearing our feet on the floorboards or anything. No. You know, that's me moving my feet about. Yeah, the floor seems more stable in here than it does out.
Yeah, very, very much so. Is there anyone here with us? Is there any spirit or entity or energy? We'd love to communicate with you if you are here. Can you affect myself or Glenn?
These two are quite a good pairing.
I just heard a great big thud behind me.
That was interesting because I heard what I thought was a noise over that way, but if it was behind you,
Can you get... Oh, there's a rope here.
I think they've turned the alarms off so we can go in if you want. We'll soon find out.
Let's just move that. So
This is one way to find out if that is in fact true.
I'm not going to touch the furniture out of respect.
Of course. It was quite a pronounced noise, wasn't it?
Is there any spirits in here you want to make contact? Copy me, please.
Was that your foot immediately afterwards on the floor?
My foot didn't do anything. What did you hear?
I heard a thump.
Did you?
Just a single thump after you did the 2 knocks.
I'm calling out to you again. Any spirits in here want to make contact? Please copy me, acknowledge me.
Nothing that time. You did 2 knocks the first time, didn't you?
No, I did 3.
Ah, right, that'll be the 3rd one. I'm being an idiot.
I mean,
well, you were full of all kinds of threats earlier and promises and...
I want the clock to go again. That's what I want right now. That was the most compelling thing, in my opinion, Most Haunted have
I'm not
captured.
afraid of you.
Full stop.
Let's just sit out into the main corridor.
Okay. Where's the hell? It's so dark. We came here earlier and you were tapping. And when you made the tapping sound, we said, "Do you want to harm us?" And you tapped twice for yes.
It did. I heard that myself.
Now we said, "Will you pull one of us?" Like you did with the cameraman that was here last time when we got 2 taps again for yes. And Glenn said, "Can you do it to me?" And again, I think we got 2 taps for yes, didn't we?
We did.
So Glenn's here right now. Can you do that to Glenn? Can you pull him That was me kicking the cabinet behind me.
Just, can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Can you just stand in exactly the same position that you were just then? Move the camera to your left. I want to see if the viewfinder...
Shadow?
No, actual flash of light.
Okay.
That you didn't see because you were and the camera were facing me. But it was like...
Playing on the wall behind me?
Yeah, just a plain... It was like a...
It would make, there is a light there. Are you seeing that?
But it was...
Okay, so what we're looking at is an alternative. If I turn the thing round...
It was, see how I'm shining the torch?
Yeah.
It was a definite patch of light there and then it went to there.
That could have been the viewfinder.
No, it wasn't the soft glow.
Alright.
It was as if something had just switched on and done that and that.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm not sure whether people are seeing that on the infrared.
No.
Just do that again. Let's see if we can see.
So, to my eye, it was a light there
Yeah.
and there.
Okay.
So it wasn't that nice glow you get from...
If that was you doing that, could you do that again for us? Could you throw a light across that? Show yourself in light form if that's what you were doing? That's you moving your feet, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's me shifting my weight.
So the corridor's a bit more sensitive than the room was.
Yeah,
Come on,
the
we'd love
floor
to communicate with you.
definitely feels lighter.
At the far end of this corridor, there is a single chair. Can you move that chair? Can you throw it towards us? Can you slide it towards us? If you don't want us here, push the chair or throw anything at us.
Go on, knock a chair over or make a noise. Just going to turn on another top light because this one's failing.
Not hearing a lot of anything right now.
Hello to any spirits
It is warm this evening though.
who may be in this, I'm going to call it the Great Hall. My name's Stuart.
My name's Jenny.
Stuart and Jenny.
I'm
the
a male,
dream team.
and Jenny's a female, just in case the spirits out there are a bit confused who we are.
Thank
If
you,
you
Stuart.
can maybe talk to us, or show us a sign that you're here, can you please come forward? Can you walk towards us, and hopefully we may be able to hear your footsteps. If you have a message for Jenny or me, you're more than welcome to come forward and give us a message if you can do.
Yeah,
So-
come and let us know that you're here.
I'll take that off you now. Lovely. Come on, Jenny, ask out.
Are you happy that we're here? If not, you can make us leave if you want. Sir Townley, are you here?
What does that mean? What I
Good
don't
call. Mentioning it.
Here. You can make us leave if you want.
Did anyone?
Sir Townley, are you here?
Good call.
I
Mentioning his name.
think she said, Sir Townley, are you
Apparently you're
here?
not a very nice man either.
Was he not? I know nothing about.
He took a lot of land off the locals.
Oh right. What did he force them?
Yeah, allegedly. But when he appears, that is like the legend says, the curse says that one of the Townley family dies if they see his ghost. So
Brilliant.
there's sort of a bit of a curse attached to him.
Right. Oh, we need to ask out for that dude then, don't we?
Do you? I mean, if I'm just pondering, if you call out to a spirit whose established MO is that when they appear, somebody dies. If you then actively call out for that spirit and try and encourage them to appear, does that make you an accessory to murder? Where would the law stand on that? I'm unsure.
Just pan round.
Come on, Sir Townley.
You might notice some background noise this evening because I do have my fan on, which I don't usually. Because it's absolutely roasting this
I'm
evening.
not afraid of you in any way, so come and make yourself known. I'm happy to talk to you. If If you're happy to talk to us.
Mr. Townley, if at all possible, can you please show yourself to us in light form if you can? That's the only way we've got to see you at the moment, unless you physically come and show yourself to us.
Oh, what was that? Just as you said that, I'm sure
Go on.
I said something about that.
What has she seen?
What, at the
It's
doorway?
Just like a lighter colour, just go across.
Let's go over.
Do you want to go in that other room over there?
Yeah, take that torch, Jenny.
Just turn them up a little bit more.
Go on.
I can't. They're at 100%.
Are you here?
Which is why suddenly it's really.
Is there somebody with us in this room, in this hall?
Do you want to go in here?
Yeah, go wherever you are. What was that? Oh,
Maybe there we are.
that's them up there.
That's them up there, which would be
It's hard
Greg
to put down
and
the other one.
Greg and the other geezer.
What's this one? Oh, this
Can't
is
remember his
the...
name.
Is it the... Oh yeah, they're on in the art gallery now. Yeah, this would be perfect if they come walking.
Yeah, definitely. Can you walk towards us now?
I'm going to keep my feet still.
In the room next to us is lots of chairs. Can you try and move one of them chairs or knock one of them chairs over?
Let's go over there, Jenny.
I can't see anything here, but then again, I don't read Egyptian that well.
No, but it could be, have you got your phone on you, Mary? Just you get your torch out.
Hieroglyphics.
Okay, let me see.
It stopped.
Lady O'Hagan presents items of food this morning. Occasions of no name to it. Object 1.
I don't know what they're saying.
Hand, mirror, makeup, pot. Whoa! Listen. Items of food this morning. Occasions of no name to it. Object 1.
What we've done here is we've pointed the microphone at a bit of glass, and they're on the other side, so we can't hear them.
Monkey, boat, mask, hand, mirror, makeup, pot. Whoa! Listen. Carl! Listen.
What the fuck?
That was...
What the fuck?
It came from over here.
Did it not come from this room?
Right.
There's no one in this room. There's no one underneath there. What the hell?
Let's just go into this room. I just want to... Just 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds for a minute. 2 seconds for a minute. Just... Can you tell me what that noise was? Tell me what you just heard. Apart from the tapping that's going
No,
on.
I'm hearing
Yeah, yes.
like a
Like a
a deep
moaning.
moan.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a painful one, something in pain, but a moan all the same. What the fuck?
That...
What the fuck?
That...
What the fuck?
That... Did you make it...
What the fuck?
That...
What the fuck?
That... Did you...
What the fuck?
That...
What the fuck?
I mean,
That... Did you make a noise then with
I
your
don't.
voice?
Do I think that was a growl or a moan? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, to quote Carl, what the fuck?
Can you do it again, please?
Those were,
Can you copy me?
those sounded like approaching footsteps.
I just heard footsteps as well. Did you hear that? You're right, Mary. You're very jumpy, darling. No, I don't like it. Do you know what? I find it fascinating. The actual thing is amazing, but I think that... Are you here? Are you stood with us? Can you touch one of us? What is that behind you?
What's that?
What is that?
There's a bust.
Oh God! It was a person. Wow.
I mean, that would have startled me.
Please, can you do something? Can you make a noise with your voice so we can all hear you?
and one in there. Do you know what I feel like?
I'm just closing my eyes and concentrating to hear noises, you see.
And I feel like something has got... It's almost like, not so much pressing down on my shoulders, but something... It's almost enveloping me.
Oh,
it's like putting their whole sort of
really?
arms... Not, I wouldn't say wrestling, I just put... And putting their weight on.
Putting pressure
Are you
on.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's not
Hello,
particularly
welcome.
a nasty feeling. It's not like I feel threatened.
Click. How are you feeling, Mary? I don't know. I don't like this place. Usually I feel like I can go in somewhere, you know, all guns blazing, but with this I don't fancy it.
What the fuck was that?
Ooh.
Hello?
There was a noise. Could that have been?
Fancy it.
What the fuck was
No,
that?
that was too, I was initially thinking, why have you come to that conclusion? Is it because she ruined a perfectly good night's sleep? I was initially thinking it could have been that motion sensor because those do click, but that was too loud, I think.
Hello?
There is
I know
that too.
that is a bust.
I'm gonna try.
Everyone else on this show, I quite like. If you were to get rid of Yvette Fielding and have everybody else on it as normal, I would like this a lot more. I mean, it's already improved pretty drastically over the years with the exclusion of Derek. Because as entertaining as Derek was, and Derek, he was a laugh. He spoke complete bollocks 100% of the time. So, you know, there's got to be a balance, I think, between him being entertaining and him spouting just complete bollocks. And he was very good at spouting complete bollocks. So with him being gone, and since they sort of got rid of the psychics on the show, something that I personally am not a strong believer in, I do think the show has gotten better. I mean, I can now watch it without getting annoyed, whereas I used to get quite irritated. See, get rid of most of them. I'd keep Stu. I'd keep Carl, because he's the aggressive one, and I feel like you need an aggressive one. There's that skeptical dude, I quite like him. He just like shouts at the spirits to like rip his head off and that. And I'd keep Mary, because Mary's quite good. I mean, if they want to do that, if they want to get me in to replace Yvette, I will happily do so. Whip the team into check, if you will.
But it's like it's moving.
I know, I'm going to try something, Carl. You know the Arte Marcouth? Because we're dealing with the Egyptian, I know it's a different thing, but it might...
What's an Arte
What
Marcouth?
do you think?
Yeah.
Arte Marcouth, Vegebura, Vegedula.
Right. The weirdest thing's just happened.
What? Is this something to do with the camera?
When you started that, the camera turned off.
It's doing funny things with the infrared as well.
Is it? Well, the camera is doing very funny things anyway because it's zoomed in.
What's over there?
Yeah, but I can't film this. I can't film this. The camera is fucking up, and I don't quite
The
know why.
camera's working fine, Carl. Oh, it's gone
It
again.
is. I don't know why. I mean, you are on a tight, and I'm on the wide part of the lens. See that?
Yeah.
It says I'm on a wide. I don't understand what's.
Has it just done that now?
It's just done it now.
That did feel
I mean, I can't get a wide shot of you both. If I go in tight, it's tight as anything.
Oh God, we don't want to ruin everybody's day with that. Have you?
I'm not convinced that static is real now. There is no... I don't know if I'm spelling it wrong. Artamakuth, maybe? I'm trying to find what the fuck an Artamakuth is. Google has no idea.
Respected our equipment.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I find this amazing. I find this whole... Look at this. This is amazing. Look at this.
I mean, according to a vet, the infrared light's been fucking up the entire time, but there's a reflection behind. We can see it's working fine.
Look at the hands and the heads.
And yeah,
Wow.
it's...
Let's see if we can find out who it belongs to. Look at this. This is just amazing.
I don't have words for the anger that I just
so ancient in here.
experienced.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
situate without it creaking. But
No, of course.
when you get the knocking or tapping, it's more of a muted sound.
Yeah. Come on, can you do that tapping noise you did earlier on? That was you, yeah?
Yeah. Copy me.
I mean, in terms of quality, I would say that yours were probably better in terms of 99% of it. The only thing that they have that you don't at this point is the locations. But that... Well, yeah, and Stew, of course, yes. No, and Stew, you're right. Yeah, and Stew. Of course, yeah, how could I forget about Stew? Obviously. Stuart and the locations.
So quiet.
It is.
Absolutely.
We take that away from
I
them.
don't get it. It's just...
They've got nothing.
It's sporadic.
I don't mind these two. These two as a pairing, I quite like. Stuart and Carl as a pairing, I quite like. Mary seems to bounce well off everyone. It's just a vet. A vet's the problem. She starts shouting some bollocks in, like, I guess Egyptian, I don't know. I can find no mention on the internet of... What did she say it was called? Artamakuth. Artamakuth. Something Makuth. So I had, yeah, and then there's obviously the minor inconvenience of a digital camera giving static.
At best, you know.
Yeah.
You can,
Artamakuth.
it has some
At least when
fire.
Fred comes in, and we like Fred, big fan of Fred, he comes in, he starts shouting in actual Latin. And that works because Latin, you know, he seems like he actually speaks competent Latin, or at least reads it well. I mean, he only seems to ever say the same thing in Latin. He only ever shouts on loop, in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. I remember him doing it repeatedly. She's just watched The Scorpion King, that's what's happened here. I remember Fred repeatedly shouting in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit while Paul O'Grady and Yvette were locked in a cupboard. A cupboard that I am apparently going to lock myself in a couple of weeks. Which is fun. I am looking forward to that, I admit.
Intelligence when it responds to questions.
I might learn Latin just to be able to do a good Fred impression, you know? I think I'd benefit from it.
And then you get some kind of promises or guarantees or
Unless
answers to your questions, and
Yeah.
then here you are at its mercy.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Maybe he just doesn't want to play with us. Is that right? Do you not want to play with us? Do you want to play with somebody else?
It's a distinct possibility.
There's plenty more of us.
Mr. Townley, we're in the art gallery now. And we're surrounded by lots of chairs. If you can see the two of us, can you do something for us?
What was that? Did you hear that?
I heard that.
That came from that way. Right inside.
Which way?
That
Where are you
way.
pointing? Can we steal back some of the land that you've stolen? Would you like that?
I would guess he wouldn't,
Are you
Stu.
trespassing around your home? Do you want us to leave? Do something if you do.
We're standing on floorboards at the moment. If you can walk across or walk up to us, or even better still, if you can physically move one of these chairs, any chair, just move something so we know you're definitely here and you can hear us.
That would
Don't
entertain me. I would enjoy that.
Where?
Just over there, right inside there. Something looked like it went across there.
Okay.
And then when I glanced over there, again the same thing happened. So I don't know whether it's my eyes that's playing tricks with me, but
I'm going to shut the viewfinder. You can't, to be honest, you can't really. It's so dark in here, isn't it? But I guess with the windows, your eyes can adjust a little bit. But
yeah.
Only a little bit.
can you move something for us, please? Come and affect me or Jenny. Do you fancy Jenny? Do you find Jenny very attractive? She's an attractive lady, isn't she? I think she is. But I'm not chatting Jenny up.
Thank you, Stu.
You're welcome.
That was a
Maybe
bit
you'd like
awkward.
some female company.
That was a little bit awkward,
Come and
I'm
get
not
it.
going to lie.
There you go. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. I'm not calling you a horse, by the way.
No, that's all right.
This is very awkward all of a sudden.
Oh, we're back to normal now.
I wonder how the others are doing.
He was doing well there, was Stu.
We're about to leave now. Can you do one last thing? Can you make a...
Again, we're getting the sort of beating heart. Yeah, that. Boom, boom, boom. It's a distinct possibility, yes.
Are you attached to this? Are you attached? Look where I'm pointing. Are you attached to this?
Is that a yes?
You're attached to this. Is this you? I don't like this.
Do you know, weirdly, do you remember years ago when we went to Egypt
Yeah.
and I got actually locked in the Great Pyramid
Yes.
on my own?
Yeah.
They forgot I was up there.
Sorry, what? That feels like bollocks. What does he mean? He got locked in the fucking Great Pyramid. They don't just lock people in the Great Pyramid of Giza on their own. That isn't a thing that happens. This is a very Jay from the In-Betweeners type deal. There's no reference on Google to anyone ever being locked in the Great Pyramid. So yeah, I'm not confident in Carl's claim.
They
Call
locked
it a
up for lunch.
claim.
So basically, I was in there on my own for an hour.
Oh, they locked up for
Started.
lunch, right? Fair enough.
I didn't feel scared, but I felt I wasn't alone. There was lots of stuff in there. And that's
What you don't realise is Carl is actually Moon Knight. It gets to the point in the minute where like something happens, Yvette turns around and he's just there wearing a nice all white suit, ready to start singing a little song.
I'm feeling here.
Yeah, we're surrounded by something.
But it's weird that this is Egyptian stuff and so on as well.
Do you need help?
He's the fourth personality, that is it. Spoilers for
Talk
Moonlight.
to us. Do you need
Yeah.
help? It's the same.
What does that
It's like a
mean?
drum
Dot,
beat.
dot.
You know, it's almost like in those sort of films where you'd hear them sort of doing the death march. You know, dum, dum, dum. I thought, yeah.
I wonder if there's a Egyptian historian that could say if this is significant.
Bum, bum. Or if it was
Bum,
speaking
bum,
Egyptian.
bum.
So if my grandma was
bum,
here,
bum.
she could.
Yvette's grandma just happened to
My
speak
grandma. My grandma was from Syria.
Egyptian. Well, that ain't Egypt, is it?
Not making a bit of difference. My grandmother's from Homs. Nothing. Can you make it go faster?
What does she think's going to happen there? The spirit here is just going to go, oh, is she? Right, fair enough. Yeah, let's have a chat. Like, and yeah, she was. Yvette Fielding is Syrian. Which, by the fact they're related, I don't know what sort of cousins they are, but that might also mean Stu is Syrian. She was born in Stockport, so she's obviously not Syrian directly. She must be Syrian on a very distant level. She does own 3 Aston Martins, a Land Rover, a Range Rover, and a London taxi, which she uses in the show Ghost Hunting With. Yes, that's a good idea.
Slower?
Which she actually used in hit show Ghost Hunting With, where she did some cracking episodes. Slightly unrelated thing here. Produced by Carl, starring Professor Jeffrey Beatty. Is this Carl's dad? Please tell me this is Carl's dad. He's got to be related in some way. No reference to Carl Beatty. That's the 5th Moon Knight personality. So yeah, she has a great time here. Who's John Thompson? Don't know him. No, don't know him. She had a good time with Girls Aloud, The Dingles from Emmerdale, McFly, Radio 1, Corrie, I'm a Celeb, Paul O'Grady and Friends, Louis Walsh and Boyzone, The Happy Mondays, Katie, Alex and Friends. Who are they? Oh, Katie Price, Alex Reed and their friends. As well as the Saturdays and The Only Way is Essex cast. What a fantastic set of things that I might end up watching. Because quite frankly, that does sound like a top tier show. I mean, that might be the best video series I can think of about a fake taxi. It's got to be up there. Dum, dum, dum,
It's very hypnotic.
dum, dum,
There's
dum.
another thing on the ceiling. Yeah. I think we should.
There's something in there.
Yeah, did you hear a
It's a movement in there.
Really? Are you sure
Gonna go
that
now?
isn't your
Yeah, we're
stepmom?
gonna go
That would be
now.
a plot
We'll
twist.
come back. Maybe. I find that.
Doof, 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 doof.
God bless you. Your gods bless you. Whoever you are. Come on. Let's go see her.
That was fascinating. How great was that?
But we normally get like a heartbeat, so that... Do you know, Mary, I thought that. I thought it sounded like that sort of death march. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah.
Scottish by way of Syria. Let's just... Egyptian Death March. Okay, here we have what is being titled an Egyptian Death March. Contextually, these people don't necessarily look Egyptian. Claims for copyright for this, but fuck it.
Criticism, communism, small fries, big lies, industry, big decisions, machine like a vision.
I'm gonna say it doesn't sound particularly Egyptian. Yeah. That and the thing that Yvette thinks sounds like an Egyptian death march, not really the same in any way, shape or form.
I don't know what it was, but it wasn't... I didn't feel like I was really...
And with the morning light desperate to break through, we ended our investigation at Towneley Hall.
Until next time, sleep tight.
And that was a very abrupt thing. Just spat everywhere. I don't understand the justification for the first part of this being 2.5 hours long and the second part being 30 minutes. Surely, if you've got like a nice 3-hour video, you split it into 2.5 parts. Like, 'cause this was a part 2 to the thing that happened last night. But I don't think it was very good. So, I have got another episode lined up. This is The Village, Most Haunted Season 3. Now, I can't find any contextual clues about this episode, necessarily. However, it might be from Season 17. Let me get the episode list up quickly. A page that I do have bookmarked. Village. Resident Evil Village. The only place they've been called The Village was in Season 18, and it was in Lincoln, it was in Skegness. But I don't think that's this. So, let's give this a watch and find Whisper after the beat today. Disappointing.
Hello and welcome to Most Haunted and to the Village Church Farm in Lincolnshire. A place that used to be a working farm.
Shit. Okay.
It is now a museum.
It is, in fact, the Village Church Farm in Lincolnshire. This episode aired on the 6th of December 2015 and is in Skegness. I don't know anything about the place.
Museum that houses memories and ghosts of the past.
Apparently I could go
There
there.
are several buildings on this site, all with their own paranormal activity.
open-air museum.
We certainly have our work cut out for us tonight. Nestled slightly off
I
a...
suppose if interesting things happen, I will see about dropping them an email, but it depends on whether good things happen or not. I mean, their website no longer actually exists, so that's not a particularly promising fact.
A residential road in Lincolnshire is a remarkable piece of England that is said to house many a remarkable phantom. The village church farm.
Mornan. Yes, I was just thinking Mornan was the Owlman place in Cornwall. Yes, that's down near Falmouth. So yeah, that was where Owlman did his lurking. Down in a Mornan cemetery, I believe. I'm going to guess St. Stephen's Cemetery, Mornan. Owlman hunting sounds fun, but I feel like nothing would happen. I feel like if you don't see Owlman, I feel like if you don't find Owlman, there's very little going on. Yeah, there's got to be a few, decent locations down here somewhere. It's just finding ones that are willing to actually let people in, which is more of a challenge than you'd think, because I've tried.
Our museum houses a collection of buildings and artifacts from a bygone era. So well represented is it that just walking into the space almost throws back to a time long past. The site houses a very old...
The Mornan Village Church Farm, which is this place, has a very... This is their logo. It looks very sort of Japanese to me.
Modern stud cottage, believed to date back as far as the 1500s. An 18th century farmhouse, a 19th century stable block, and a cowshed, along with a myriad of old farming equipment.
Brilliant.
The well-kept buildings and grounds hide a secret, though. They are said to be very haunted.
Are they?
Children can be heard playing in the farmhouse. Pieces of furniture and ornaments move on their own.
I have had a world of fun trying to deal with the National Trust. The National Trust and English Heritage are both very defensive of their locations. Which, yeah, they're not the most open people in the world to get information out of.
And footsteps are heard when rooms are empty. There is said to be an old couple who died many years ago, still in the old cottage. Dark shapes, disembodied voices, and full apparitions have all been witnessed here.
Standing firmly behind me is Withen Cottage. Now, it's a stranger to this site as it was bought here brick by brick in the 1980s, but it's certainly no stranger to paranormal activity. The current occupiers who moved with the house don't like any intruders, and why should they? They've been living in this house for hundreds of years. This large house would have been the centre of operations for the whole of the farm, and in its heyday it would have been a very busy place indeed. But since the farm has ceased, the spirits have taken over. The furniture moves, dark shadows are often seen, and voices are heard.
She's obviously not allowed to show her her logo on her jacket there. Which, any guesses in the chat as to what that jacket make is? I'm intrigued. I mean, I think it's quite obvious, to be honest. Yeah, North Face is... Yeah, I would say so, yeah. But obviously they've had to blur this out because this did once air on... If this was 2015, this would have been after. This would have aired on Living, Sky Living. Yeah, Sky Living, I guess. So there was, I mean, Yvette Fielding, in her glory, did once launch her own TV channel. along with her husband Carl, who we have obviously met. They once launched, what was it called? Hang on. They once launched the Paranormal channel in 2008. The channel, which was launched in June, broadcast a mix of programs on the paranormal, including documentaries, films and dramas. It was then renamed the Unexplained channel, and in 2010 it ceased broadcasting, instead being broadcast by Sky on Sky Digital and purchased by Information TV.
The day and throughout the whole of the night.
And I feel like in this day and age with Discovery Plus and the Discovery Network, I guess you'd call them, doing all of their exciting stuff with streaming, they've obviously got the monopoly on paranormal shows now. I mean, you look at Discovery Plus, which I'm obviously not going to play anything because law, but you just look at some of the shows on here that I've not watched, doesn't appeal to me. I don't know any of these celebrities. What else have we got? I do like that. I've watched that. Good. That's actually where we're going. Oh, is that who that is? That makes sense. Have you watched that episode of Paranormal Lockdown yet, Jordan? It's very good. Very good 30 East Drive episode with some quite interesting stuff. That's apparently really good. Haven't watched it. They're back for a new season. I'm intrigued to see how Brad digs his way out of this hole. What else we got here? Also, I think technically you're still a YouTube creator who uploads on Facebook as opposed to a Facebook creator. That's annoying me. I mean, there's definitely debate there. You're bigger on Facebook, definitely. Destination Fear Season 4 coming out in the coming months. Would recommend. Ghost Adventures has lost me. I've lost interest in it. That show's not great. That's quite good. What else we got? Jack Osborne's Night of Terror, the Bigfoot thing. Not bad. Destination Fear is very good. The Osbournes Want to Believe is also very good because Ozzy Osbourne is fucking nuts and I love it. Destination Fear probably, is the best paranormal show. Because they're all likeable and they approach it in a way that isn't over the top, which is very rare compared to a lot of other ones. Kindred Spirits is apparently really good. I've only watched like 2 or 3 episodes, but from the reviews I've seen of it, it's really good. And then the Expedition Unknown stuff. Did he turn out to be like a... I don't want to say a paedophile because I don't think that's right, but I'm sure that man ended up doing something particularly dodgy. I think cryptid hunting could be very fun. Yeah, I think cryptid hunting could be fun. It wasn't him, it wasn't that guy. I can't remember who it was then. I just think you have to be quite specific with which cryptids you hunt. I mean, Demon House. Good show. Obviously, we watched that on one of your streams, I think, Jordan. They released some extra footage from that as well that I haven't actually watched. I've not touched the extraterrestrial stuff. I haven't yet found an extraterrestrial show that hasn't been ridiculous, basically. As far as I can tell, all of the extraterrestrial specific shows are just nuts. There's never like a sane show. I mean, extraterrestrial hunting could be a fun video as well. Ghost Brothers is quite good. Lost me a bit because they're too unserious for me. Like cryptids I can get behind just about. This website is horrific. These things just bounce all over the bloody place. I didn't realise there were so many like specials of Ghost Adventures. I still need to watch the horror at Joe Exotic Zoo. Joe Exotic Zoo. Fuck me. Christ, they've got a lot of shit. Where are they now? I'm going to go back to watching The Most Haunted in a second. See, I like the fact they've got a UK haunting tab. That makes me confident because it means I can find locations in this country. One of which that I do actually want to watch but don't think I can on stream because I can't find it anywhere is a theatre in or near Reading. I'm jealous of that because I can't get into the cage because they sold it and no one knows who owns it anymore. They don't reply. They want to charge about £8,000. They're too expensive. They've shut. That's the one that I actually am trying to get near Reading. Don't know what that one is. They don't reply to emails. They want about £2,000. They don't want to let people in. They don't reply to emails. There's a pattern emerging here because again, I have basically gone through this list and contacted people. And yeah, a lot of them are just annoying more than anything else. Yeah, there's got to be a tipping point, and I think that will come a lot sooner than initially, than you expect. That one, they don't want to let people in because it's falling to bits. I think Most Haunted probably wouldn't have because they went like 10 years ago when John was still alive. And from what I've read online from reviews and in other videos, John was a lovely man and he would just let anyone in for free. So I sort of think we got unlucky with John being dead. Because Caroline, from what I've read online, has turned it into a business. Like, I do think that Daz probably did pay. And I think TGF probably paid. But I don't think some of the older ones, back when he was alive, would have.
These stables, which are now workrooms, seem to be incredibly haunted. People that work here or visiting will walk past in the day or night and they'll hear strange noises as if people are still working there. Blacksmiths still hammering away making horses' shoes. But when you actually look in, there's nobody there.
Brilliant. Yeah, that still, yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he managed that.
Out of the buildings that are on this site, this one behind
Fred,
me
big Fred,
is the most interesting to me. It goes back to the 1500s. During the 1500s, this area was rife with witchcraft, demonology, you name it, it happened round here. One of the reasons being, it's near the sea and water is good for witchcraft. The other building that interests me is the farmhouse. Now that dates back to the 1700s. That's had lots of families living in it over the periods, and apparently they haven't left. One of the rooms in the farmhouse, people walk in and they feel dizzy straight away, or more or less straight away. Now, I walked in that room earlier and I felt as though I was being pushed out. So that room later on I want to go into and see what happens in there. I think they're going to try and get rid of me, but we'll soon find out.
Yes, Fred. We like Fred. Gongs going
Glenn,
on.
I
Bet's
love
back.
locations where you have a big plot
Who's
of
this?
land and there's several buildings on it and they're all haunted. I mean, this is a melting pot of paranormal activity.
But when I first arrived, I had
Glenn.
a good look around the museum, and it really is a fascinating place to see. And I thought I'd walked into an episode of Escape to the Country. It does seem quite a civil affair around here, doesn't it, really? But I just don't get any vibe of any paranormal activity, so I'll take a lot of convincing tonight, I think.
Do you know, there's one location here, it's the little white cottage, Withen's Cottage, and it's the one where it's been brought here in the 1980s, it's been rebuilt. And I was just
do you
sort of when
bring
we
a
first arrived
cottage
looking
somewhere?
around, and I stood at the door and I couldn't go any further.
Oh?
I felt very, I don't know what it is, I just had this very weird feeling of unease.
You felt wary?
I did feel very wary, and there's another room in the main farmhouse, which
Right.
is something that you'll be interested to experience. It gives the impression of complete and utter dizziness, and you're trying to work out why you feel so dizzy. And we've had a look at the floor, and we can't work out what it is. But most people that visit that room have to walk away because they have this feeling that they're going to collapse or faint.
You'll probably find that the floor isn't level. Because it turns out like the slightest incline on a floor can make you just fucked. It can make you like tumble and just dizzy constantly.
Now, why?
Well, that could be a simple thing down to just angles. You know, the corner of your eye might be working out. The floor angle is probably slightly different to the angle of a window. And the moment your brain tries to computate all of that information, straight away...
Well, she just told me they looked at the floor. She didn't give me any other information on the floor.
Feel uneasy.
Just that they looked at it, and then she very quickly went quiet.
Maybe a little bit unbalanced, perhaps, and you just want to get out of the room. There's a place in the Lake District in Keswick where it's the whole room is built on a tilt, yet all the windows are the right way up. And when you go in there, you actually feel nauseous to the extent that you have to get out, and that's done purposefully.
So, a lot of the properties have their own paranormal
They don't even have a TV network to put their videos or their episodes on anymore.
activity. The main farmhouse has...
I guess the biggest paranormal show now would be Ghost Adventures, I guess. It's got to be Ghost Adventures. None of the other shows... Because back in the day, it used to be Most Haunted and Ghost Hunters sort of neck and neck. Most Haunted took the very early steps, and then, yeah. I mean, Zach Bagans has monopolised paranormal shows. You look at the fact that... where is it? I mean, Zach Bagans is also one of the lead producers on Destination Fear. He's got a paranormal museum. That man is not struggling for money in any way. He's actually no longer a producer. He left as a producer. He quit as a producer in last year, at the end of season 2. Yeah, season 2.
voices, the table moves on its own, strange shadows are seen. And again, it's one of those things where a lot of people are experiencing the same thing and they're reporting it, and hence that's why we're here. I'm really excited because, do you remember one of the locations we filmed and the table was moving?
Yeah.
That's one of the phenomena here, and that I know that you're intrigued by that.
Well, that's particularly fascinating to see
It
because
does.
looking under the
Yes,
table and as
I
a
couldn't
skeptic
work out
seeing
what
that
it was, but yeah, you're right.
nobody is manoeuvring the table or manipulating the table physically, it's clear there are some kind of special forces at work there, but do those forces actually have to be from the dead?
I've suddenly just remembered as well the 30 East Drive episode, the 30 East Drive live episode of Most Haunted with Paul O'Grady and Ryland Clark. Didn't they do a seance, a table tilting session in that? And didn't their table get like launched slightly, like a couple of inches, maybe a foot across the room in like a big jolt, and just nobody reacted? Yeah, Paul O'Grady, Ryland Clark, you know, the dream team.
Not necessarily, it's probably just some kind of energy that we really haven't fully understood scientifically yet.
So
And then
all
obviously
in all,
Carl
great
got
place,
dragged
great
up the
location,
stairs.
great haunting stories, lots of different buildings. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Well, I'm interested to find out more about the table moving once we
Stuart
get to the
potentially getting
farmhouse. I'm
knocked
interested
out.
to see if that happens again for us this evening, and if there's any evidence of stone tape theory inside the thatch building. Again, we have to dispense with all the stories that have gone before and throw away all the facades and concentrate on what we're experiencing for ourselves this evening and just go off what happens in front of our own eyes.
It's a very logical approach to it. Unnecessarily creepy. Oh, we've gained...
See, for me, that place, there's
It's
definitely
gaining
something
people.
in there that makes me feel very, very uncomfortable. And I know there's this wonderful story about this lovely couple that have lived there for many...
I think music can be subtle. Yeah, I think the music can be subtle. I think it needs to be there enough, because or else it almost draws you in a little bit, sets the mood.
many years. But what is it?
But I would
there's
say
a
it doesn't
negative
need to
feeling in
be.
there, and I'm not psychic at all, but I don't like it.
I find the Ghost Adventure transitions scary. The ones where it's like a cut up hand that's just on the screen and then suddenly it moves while they play like a really loud sort of just noise at the same time. Always scares the shit out of me. There's also that one with the like broken, dilapidated doll whose head turns. Don't like that one. Most Haunted have a lot of transitions that I don't like. The only Most Haunted transition I do like is the one where they just start showing loads of B-roll shots next to each other, with the heavy drum beat. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, don't like that. Like some of the I think the older Most Haunted episodes did the same thing where they just had like a random creepy doll and then played a heavy drum beat over the top, and it was like, I don't like, there's no need for jump scares in the middle of an episode.
Back to the stone tape.
It almost, I think the plan there is it boosts your adrenaline so you're more jumpy and you're more reactive to what they do during the episode.
Theory.
Yes.
You know, it's still only 50% of the original house. It hasn't even got a proper floor. So does that mean you get 50% of the paranormal activity? I'm not entirely sure how that works.
Exactly, and what was on the ground before, you know, the house was put there. Did
And
something
here,
happen?
yeah,
Did something happen there? And you think there's something
There's
not
definitely
quite
something,
right.
definitely something there. There was something mumbling in there.
Yeah.
And I want to go back there later and try and find out what it is.
I mean, isn't this a fantastic place? Everywhere you look, there's a building, and all the history here. It really has got a great vibe to it. I think we're going to get a lot of stuff tonight, and I can't wait for us to go into the main farmhouse.
Let's try that now, shall we?
Let's go in. I'm excited to see what they get in the
Although
main
it was still
farmhouse.
daylight and we hadn't even finished our initial walk round, something seemed eager to get our attention.
Where?
We've just heard me and Glenn. You didn't hear it?
Sorry, that's...
Did you?
I didn't hear
Again,
it.
that made me jump slightly.
Did you hear it?
I heard something, but I don't know what it
Who the
is.
fuck
I
is that
swear
guy?
to it's like
We just came from the room that we just walked through.
There's nobody in there.
Is there anybody in here with us now?
What did you hear?
Growl like a horrible. Did you hear it, Darren?
Yeah, I heard it as well, yeah.
It's like demonic.
Yeah.
That was not nice. That wasn't like, we've heard before, like singing or whistling or anything. That was a real...
It was the sound of somebody trying to
It does sound like someone who is really shit trying to do a Disturbed impression. Yeah, the one that really gets me is when they all hear different things, and then one of them will be like, I heard like a growl, and the other one's like, I heard like a dragging noise, and then one of them's like, I heard like a bang, and it's like, it can't have been the same. You can't all have heard something that differently.
get your attention is what it was.
Yeah.
But no idea.
There's nothing that makes that noise. Like, there's nothing...
What do you make of that, then, Glenn?
Well, the door is open. There are still people milling around the museum. It could have been somebody going past. It could have been, but it was a bit too close and unusual, really. So I can't eliminate the fact that it could have been someone, because it is possible. But
there was nobody here.
Well,
there's nobody here.
No, at the moment there isn't. But there could have been at the moment we were all in there.
You see, if you look at this, it's like a history lesson. But there's more than a history lesson here. I know there's something dark here, and tonight I want to find it. I'm going to find it tonight.
Isn't that weird?
Has anyone seen the Army Hammer stuff? Because that seems mental. Yeah, that's the gist of it. The documentary series is coming on Discovery Plus soon, investigating allegations and accusations against him. With some particularly disturbing text messages and audio messages that he sent. It's unrelated to Most Haunted, but I don't know if I've seen mine. Don't think I've seen it. Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. No. Yeah, you probably don't want to be Googling Army Hammer these days. Wasn't he at one point one of the top contenders for Captain America? Yeah, I'm sure before Chris Evans. Yeah, he was the big guy for it. Now he's a waiter. Robert Downey Jr. is supporting him. He's sending him money at the moment. But yeah, some of the texts that man said were insane. He allegedly wrote in one message to a woman that he is 100% a cannibal, and then sent a handwritten note that reads, "I'm going to bite the fuck out of you." Yeah, so he sounds like a bit of a psychopath, I guess. I haven't actually. Has anyone watched the trailer for this Army Hammer documentary yet? Because I might watch that trailer at the end of this stream.
Yeah, you'd never think there was something dark in this place,
Yeah.
would you?
Do you know what
was
funny?
Anyway, back to the
It
ghosts.
makes it seem like there's not, because you're looking at like a history lesson here.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not looking at demons and ghosts and
Yeah.
things. But then all of a sudden something will come through and you know it's there. I'll find it tonight. I'll find something tonight.
It's funny because that happened after I was saying to you that I was just testing some equipment before and I was getting more voices than usual coming through and sounds, and it sort of happened after that point. I just thought that was quite... I don't
Stu
know if
will
it's
turn up.
coincidental, but it could be
I reckon we'll get lots
He's
of
got
them.
it.
Maybe
Well,
something quite good.
To some extent, then we've heard a voice without Eamon's
Stu-
equipment
Stu and
tonight.
Carl.
So, Eamon, you can go home.
Stu and Carl are probably
I think
off
my
at the
work is
moment.
done.
Definitely. Well, should we walk round then?
Yeah.
Filming
Haven't
some
even
other
started walking
establishing
round yet.
shots.
We just walked through the threshold. Right, come on, let's have a look.
I reckon they'll turn up later on.
I mean, you're setting up in what I consider to be one of the most active rooms in the whole house. This room, I've seen it myself because I've been here before. This table shakes and moves on its own, and you get a lot of voice phenomena in here, a lot of tapping. So this is a great place.
Yeah, I thought if this is supposed to be the most active place, and we've heard some stories and reports of this table, if we can set all the equipment up here, we might be able to catch something.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait to see if we get something, what we get.
It's a great place, isn't it, this? Should we go through to this other room?
Yeah, absolutely.
You really don't like a vet, do
You know
you?
what this place reminds me of? This place actually reminds me of Towneley Hall in a way.
Not going to lie
sort
to
of
you.
the different rooms,
There was a brief moment I thought that was Stu in the background.
the different areas. Do you agree, Carl?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think to that extent, though, you've got to try and eliminate that. Again, it's dressed from a period of time, and that straight away is setting your mind thinking, of times gone by and what might have gone here before.
Yeah.
And we've got to, cancel all that and reset it and just go on our own experiences tonight, I think.
But for me, I look at places like this and I think of all the families that have lived here. There've been so many families, deaths, births, happy times, sad times, all those emotions compact into this one building. And, it does make you think, all that energy, where does it go? Is it confined to these walls?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you watch things like Ghost Adventures, one of the biggest paranormal shows, and I'm sure they fake things, but they're not excessive with it. Like, Ghost Adventures will do long periods of things where just nothing happens. It will just be like light knocks, tapping, talking to things through spirit boxes, etc. Whereas most Haunted seem to get like something groundbreaking every episode they do, multiple times in every episode. And it's like, either it's legit and it's ridiculously insane, it's that legit, it's unbelievable, because it comes across as really unbelievable. Quite literally, I don't believe it. And then you get, like you say, you get other things like Ghost Adventures and Destination Fear, who are successful with their shows. They're a lot more grounded, and I never thought I'd say that about Ghost Adventures, but they're a lot more believable to an extent.
And before the building, you've got everything that was here in Saxon times, going right back.
Of course.
So you've got people who lived here then as well, before this was here.
And maybe the darkness that you're talking about, could that have come from perhaps...
I heard that.
Was that a knock from upstairs?
Listen.
It's going again. As soon as you mention the dark.
Eamon, are you walking around?
No, I'm just setting up.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can.
Where does it sound like it's coming from to you?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's getting closer.
like you say, it's a lot of that stuff would be groundbreaking evidence if it was caught from a better source than most Haunted. Like, I think you were possibly asleep last night when the cot started rocking, but I didn't have an explanation for it, so it was either fake or it was like ridiculously compelling evidence. I'm going with fake because they didn't react to it. They were just like, oh, that's cool, and then moved on.
It's all over.
Yeah.
Do you want us here? 2 for yes, 1 for no? No. That's Fred's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you do you mean us harm, 2 for yes? Do you mean us harm, 2 for yes, 1 for no?
2.
Why do they always mean us harm at the minute?
That was 2 for yes.
It's like a heartbeat, isn't it? It's really loud.
Let's just be quiet.
Yeah. It's
Are you
exactly
excited that we're here because you want to harm us?
That's loud.
Do you know what it also reminds me of? Reminds me of children jumping up and down.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
dancing
think
around.
I think it's a bit of fun. Unless there's something negative, then
Oh, hang
again.
on, that's Carl behind the camera. Maybe Stu isn't here.
What was that? That was upstairs. That was upstairs. Go upstairs. Upstairs.
That was a child.
What's that?
Disaster.
What was that? That was upstairs. That was
Yeah,
upstairs. Go upstairs.
almost guarantee it. And I'm sure this camera will cut while they're going up the stairs.
That was definitely upstairs.
If it doesn't cut, then they will conveniently just not go into a room. Whoever it was is probably either in that cupboard or over to the right.
There's nothing out of place. There's nothing out of place.
Fucking that woman scared the shit out of me. Or, as they came into the room, someone went past on the left.
There's nothing out of place.
Hang on a second. Back up. As they're walking up the stairs, you can hear Carl whisper, "Wait for us to get into the room." My money is on somebody being on the right in this room, as he's telling them to not go downstairs or to not move until they go into this room. Just listen again as he reaches the top of the stairs.
Sorry.
There's nothing out of place. There's nothing out of place.
Thought I just heard some knocking.
I'm convinced as they walked into this room, somebody came at that door to the right and has gone down the stairs. In fact, that's probably. I would actually put money on the steps they're currently hearing being that person walking back down the stairs.
You can still hear the tapping on coming through on sound.
Do you want to you want to harm us then? Yes.
No.
Did you hear this dragging noise?
That was it.
And conveniently, now that person's had time to fuck off, they're going to go into this room and prove there's no one there.
What was it?
Big dragging sound. A big dragging sound, like something's moved. Something's moved.
It wasn't anything like that, was it?
Could have been. That seems a little bit fluid, but it was certainly something.
Can you do this for us later?
I'll be interested to see if that moves by itself later. If that's
We've got a
possible.
lot of power in here. What are you
still
feeling
knocking.
at the minute? What are you feeling at the moment? You know how in the other little cottage you said you felt something really negative.
Yeah.
Do you think there's definitely something negative here?
Did you guys all
the
see?
little cottage you said you felt something really negative.
Yeah.
Do you think there's definitely something
There
negative
was an
here?
orb on the right
Yeah,
there.
definitely. It seems to be moving from
It
one
was a
to the
fly
other.
or something.
Do you think it's following us?
Yeah, I think so. It's knocking now.
Yes, it's saying yes, it's following us.
Mm.
Followed us from where?
It's a good yes or no question.
Have we met you before?
No.
Are you from this land?
Yes.
Somebody's stomach
Are
is
you
really
from this
having a
land? The ground? Before this house was built?
It was a deep knock.
That was down.
That was a big
below.
thud, wasn't
That
it?
was no.
go. I'm convinced that the person that was hiding in this room has now walked downstairs. I'm so confident that Carl whispered under his breath there, "Wait for us to go into the room." And then left it in the fucking video because he's the one that edits them.
I can't work out what it is.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's, the thuds sound as though they're coming from within the walls and beneath the floors, because it's easy to tell if it's us making that noise, because these floorboards are quite creaky and they make a completely different sound to the noise that we've just been experiencing. So, you know, it's clear that what was going on there wasn't any one of us here.
The other thing that's good here is all this children's stuff, because you always get children playing around, don't you?
Yeah, again, because it sounds like they're coming from underneath the floor. Because the bloke that was doing it has now gone downstairs. Yeah, potentially. I mean, Carl... What are they called? Annex? I don't remember. Carl happens to be the guy that runs the production company. Antics Productions, that's why I couldn't find them. And if we look at their listing of people/staff, you've got Carl Russell Beattie, who is the director and cameraman. Yvette Fielding, who is director and presenter. Some companies. Richard James Allen Fielding, who's the secretary who resigned in 2003. So maybe that's her last husband, I don't know. Some more people that I don't know. But so the key thing is they are the two people that own the majority of the company. So Carl edits it. Yeah.
Don't you? We've had that loads of times.
Yeah, there's marbles there, there's balls, there's everything.
It was evening, but still quite light outside. So as Fred, Glenn and myself went to prepare for the investigation, Carl drew the curtains and stayed in the farmhouse with Darren and Eamon to see what EVP they could get.
Is anyone here? Is anyone here with us in this room? If you are here, can you make a sound? If you're banging, can you bang some more?
Oh, 2 knocks.
2 knocks straight away.
Yeah. Four knocks.
The weird thing is my hair. I actually look like Oliver Hardy. No, I don't. Stan Laurel. It's not paranormal.
No.
But it's just weird hair.
Now that we understand that you've...
Crying out loud. My hand is shaking on this table.
Yeah? And just that
my elbows are on the table. The camera's going nuts. The table's shaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to put the camera on the table so you can see it.
Wow.
Is it moving?
Yeah, it is moving a little bit, yeah.
The table's moving.
Well, it's moving right into me.
Table is on the move. The table is on the move.
Thank you very much for moving the table.
Nice.
We have to.
Yeah, thank you for that. Can you do it again? Table's moving again.
Well, why don't you all now stop touching the
Camera on
table?
the table once more. So you can see how it's vibrating. It's the only way we can tell you. Can you do something? Can you do something big? Can you make a loud bang? Can you move the table again?
See that guy over there? Yeah, move away from it and show me that it's moving.
Can you make a loud bang?
It's almost as if somebody sort of... It sounds daft this, but somebody sat down and just going... But from here.
Yeah.
Can you feel a bit of a draft coming from that
Yeah,
direction?
totally, yeah.
I can't
Tell
feel
you
shit,
what,
mate.
let's just record that and see and ask a question. Are you stood next to me or sat next to me where the chair is? Feel that again. Okay, let me play that back. I just want to. Sounds like a daft thing, but I just wanted to see if I got a response about that, because if there is something in here, it's obviously going to be really close by.
Reasonable.
It's quite a small room. See what we
This is the EVP guy that they had in East Drive, yeah.
Or sat next to me where the chair is.
Yes. Yeah. What's that? Oh,
What was that?
What is that?
What is that? I mean...
Oh,
What was that?
What is that? Behind you.
I mean, that did say behind you, I'll agree.
What was that?
Okay, yeah, I'll agree. Now let me rewind.
like a daft thing, but I just wanted to see if I got a response about that, because if there is something in here, it's obviously going to be really close by, because it's quite a small room. See what we get.
Or sat next to me where the chair is.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Are you stood next to me or sat next to me where the chair is? Feel that again. Okay, let me play that back. I just want to. Sounds like a daft thing, but I just wanted to see if I got a response about that, because if there is something in here, it's obviously going to be really close by, because it's quite a small room. See what we get.
Or sat next to me where the chair is.
Yes. Yeah. What's that? Oh,
What was that?
What is that?
okay. I mean, we have just watched him do that. And as far as I could see, admittedly it was a bit blurry, it was at a distance, and it was in night vision. I don't think he did anything unlegitimate, anything like dodgy. That all looked legitimate to me. That looked to me like he pressed record, stopped the recording, boosted the audio after his question a couple of times, and that came out in it. Because I initially thought that he may have just, pasted something in there, but it does not, to me, look like he did do that.
Behind you.
What was that?
That was behind you.
Oh man!
That is a voice.
I mean,
And it said behind you.
that feels like one of the more compelling things. How easy would that be to fake? How would you fake that if you were going to? Because they actually showed us the recording process, there could have been something on the track already, but then most recorders overwrite, they don't merge. I can't think of anything there. I don't know if you have any ideas on that, Jordan. That doesn't jump out to me as anything specific, potentially legit.
I thought it was the sign.
At this point, and for no logical reason, all power from the camera drained. It was time to restock and take stock of what is our...
Sorry, no, hang on. If the power's gone... If the power's gone... on the camera, then the camera's not going to be recording. It's not going to give you static. Once again, they've added the static.
Clearest and most chilling EVP to date.
Behind me!
After such a great response and with batteries once again fully charged, we decided to conduct a séance in conjunction with the EVP machine.
Can you see the other team? Are you able to affect the other team?
The only thing that does get me here is his EVP machine has a lot of elements to it. It almost looks like it has a fucking tape recorder in the middle of
Such as
it.
move the table.
I think that actually does have a tape recorder in the middle of it. So I don't know how that... I don't know what any of this stuff does enough to know if this could just have a voice going, "Behind you," on it that he then uses and plays back over the top of the audio. Because the question I have then is, why are we using... Because to me it looked like just the laptop was doing the recording, but if there was that full setup there, then I'm unsure.
This table. Perfect, come on. I know you can do it. Come on, make the table shake. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
come
that's
on,
really
come on.
going now.
Come on. Shake the table, shake it. That's it. Lift the table up in the air. I know you can do it. Tell him and how very it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
weird.
the word. I was trying to sort of figure out what it was I was feeling. It's pulsating. It feels like it's going up and down slowly. Yeah.
Do you mean us harm? Tell Eamon if you mean us harm.
What are you saying yes to?
Do you mean us harm?
Yes. Very, very faint, yes.
It feels like it's coming towards me again. Is anyone else feeling that? Is it
Yeah,
just me?
yeah.
It's seeing the whole thing
It's
moving.
actually twisting.
I can't see it move because it's too
Oh.
dark.
Right, there you go.
It's
It's
coming
moving
this way.
away from me, so if anyone's pushing it, it would be me, and I can
Yeah.
promise you I'm not pushing the table.
You can feel the
Yeah.
pressure on mine.
Yeah.
And my knee's right on your knee.
What's that? What's that?
What?
What's that?
What?
Do you not hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
I get a noise. It's coming from in the hallway.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I did not hear
Come
a
into the
single
room.
thing.
There's somebody in the hallway coming to the room.
The table had stopped moving as abruptly as it had started, and with things occurring in other rooms, we decided to continue investigating the property while Eamon collected the EVP. Carl and Stuart went to the farmhouse while I took Fred and Glenn to the
Big
cottage.
Stew has arrived.
This is a... Oh. What was that?
Was that you, Fred?
No,
I thought I heard a knock against the wall there.
wasn't me.
Straight away.
Yeah. We've only just stepped in.
I don't like it in here. I don't like it at all. There's a horrible feeling to this place. I know there's supposed to be a couple that lived here for years and years, but it's almost like, get out. Do you know what I mean?
Can't be that bad. There's a horseshoe on the door for good luck.
Well, it's funny you should say that. In this area of Lincolnshire, they used to put horseshoes on the entrance to their house to keep away the witches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did they?
Is anyone here?
Tell me that's footsteps.
That's footsteps.
That's footsteps.
So that definitely come from upstairs. Yeah. Is anyone here? Can you make...
Ways to keep the witches away. Blah. Let's see if there's actually a mention of horseshoe. So, we continue to use one of the most effective measures against witches, an iron horseshoe nailed to the door of the house or animal shelters. Because those shoes were made of iron and cost nothing to obtain from a blacksmith's pile of worn-out horseshoes, They were considered the finest of all witch deterrents, and we still use them to this day to symbolise good luck. And that's apparently a relatively countrywide thing.
Make any more noise? Make a sound? That's upstairs. Just go upstairs.
Sounds like either walking or knocking. So I believe this is the staircase where previously Carl say, wait until we get into the room. So I'll be interested to see if this is exactly the same thing.
Be careful up there, Stu, because there's... I have no idea. It's so dark. Where are we? There's a step there, isn't there? Yeah. Right, wooden floors. Yeah, that could have come from up here, that car.
It's like someone walked round the back of me then.
Really?
Yeah, sort of a cold breeze went right round me. If there's anybody here, come forward. Let's see you or hear you. Touch one of us. Move something. If you're here, tap twice for yes. Is anybody here?
I actually just felt as though somebody's breathing down my neck right now.
Really?
That's probably the same thing that went past me.
There's no breeze outside,
No.
but it's actually somebody's blowing on my neck.
Really? Well, what do you think that is then?
I don't know if it's something to do with the air circulation in here, but there's no strong winds or anything.
If you, sorry, go on.
No, go.
If you breathed on Glenn's neck just now, do it again. Or do it to one of us.
Nothing.
Very faintly.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. The fact that, you're sceptic and yet
Something just happened.
something just happened to you.
Yeah.
Blow harder.
I can't see anyone.
Well, what do you think then?
I don't know what to think. There's an energy, isn't there? There's something going on. I'm not denying something's going on.
Yeah.
That's not very sceptical of
There's
you,
nothing
Glenn.
that telling me what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm really pleased.
Feel the table twitch there.
See, that was an effective transition.
It's rocking, isn't it? Is it rocking?
It is rocking.
It is rocking. Something that picks up in
It
the
is,
camera.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody's pushing it, are they?
No. It's difficult when your fingers are like that, isn't it? I can feel it just moving slightly, rocking.
Hello. Can you move the table more?
Yeah.
I mean, that is moving.
Oh.
Do I think one of them's doing it?
Moving now.
Yeah, it's wobbling like crazy, isn't it?
I'm not even putting my fingers on the table, I'm taking mine off.
I'm hardly touching it.
I think Fred could potentially just be moving that.
Stopped. As soon as I put my fingers on it, doesn't like me.
Yeah.
There's a little girl here. If there's one of the children here, show us you're here.
What was that?
Where was that? That was in here, wasn't it?
Hang on, Carl.
I can't see anything.
I can't. Hang on.
Can't see anything.
Out the way. Stop what you're doing. Just stand there.
There was something.
There's a ball.
Where?
There's a ball there. Look
Where?
Look through the camera.
I mean,
Okay, see it there.
Where is it? How far am I away from it?
Keep going. Keep going. Right, bend down. To your right. That's it.
Well, that wasn't here. When
I've not seen that ball. I haven't seen that ball.
I'll have to look back at the footage to see. Do we pan around the room? We did, didn't we, when we came in? That wasn't there.
Let's have a look.
Let me just.
Well, that's what's just landed on the floor.
That was moving
Well,
as
we
they
were
walked
both
in.
what? How far is that door away? 15 foot? 10, 12 foot?
Yeah.
Are you still here? Just shake the table for a sign of yes if you're here.
Shit the table.
I'd be particularly impressed if the
Oh.
table was to shake without us touching it.
Oh, well, that's never happened.
No.
Well, yeah, of course.
Good though, wouldn't it?
That would be brilliant.
Of course that's never happened, Yvette, because one of you is moving it.
Oh. See, the tables do like to move in this place. Why is that? You go to some places and the table does not move one bit at all. But here, it's like flipping all the time.
We've had a lot of it this series, haven't we?
Notice how Fred takes his hands off, the table stops shaking.
It's like flipping all the time.
We've had a lot of it this series, haven't we?
It literally stops when Fred takes his hands off. What? Why are we pretending that Fred's not moving this table? And then it starts again when he puts his hands back on. Am I going mental here, or is Fred just moving the table? You can fucking see. You can see him moving. You can see his body doing this. I don't understand.
Very fast, very violent. If you can.
Fred's taking a deep breath so he can start moving aggressively.
No, maybe you don't want to. No, I've just had a cold blast of air on my hands.
Yeah. If we walked around
to
the other room, again, there's that little washer room at the back.
Oh, yeah,
If we walked in there, if that fake egg was thrown at us.
Yeah. It's a pan.
Stew pan. Look at that. That one says stew pan on it. It's obviously a pan for making stew. I can guarantee that Stuart is going to point that out in this episode. Stuart is going to see that in a minute, and he is going to point out that says stew pan on it.
It's that kind of noise, isn't it? You're right.
It is, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, okay, if we go back into the other room.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go back into this room.
Okay.
How you feeling, Stu? You alright?
Oh, I'm a bit freaked out now.
Right, just listen out. Seriously.
That was from over there.
It was, wasn't it?
The old red. Let's go and see if there's anything there.
There's like movement on the stairs, Fred.
There's another mannequin in here, so don't freak out. Let's call out, Fred.
Huh?
Let's call out.
Yeah, this room feels alright to me. It's the staircase in the other room.
Yeah, but we just heard a noise from
in
here.
Here, was it?
Yeah.
If there's anybody here, can you let us know you're here? Tap twice for yes.
Listen.
Behind you.
Was it over here?
That was 2 for yes. Right behind you where the door is.
It's more over there. Mind you, that staircase looks really dodgy. You call out at that.
Okay. If you can hear me, can you make a noise, please? Is that a siren?
Can't hear shit.
That was 2 knocks.
Do you hear that, Fred?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Can you make another sound?
What that? On the wall.
If you can make a sound in the kitchen, can you do it again? Whoa, that's a grumbling. What the
That was a
is that?
grumbling something.
That's like these are actually moving.
Go on.
That was a pot
I want
moving.
to say that this is moving. What is it?
There.
It was like that. It was that.
Is that?
Sounded like that.
Not quite. But you're right.
There's pans on the wall, but
Right.
none of them are moving.
Hang on a minute. Yeah. That's stupid.
What the is that?
We've just got to stay here now, Carl.
There's a bit of. It's the way. Come and look in the camera, Glenn.
Yeah.
See this shape behind.
Yeah.
You can see a horrible face.
You stay there.
Stay there. And it's
Am I pointing at the right
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Because I can't. There's nothing on the wall here with
There's
a naked
nothing.
eye.
But where your fingers are, there's two eyes and a nose.
Something behind me.
Something like a really evil face.
Go and have a look now, Fred. I'm pointing at it on the wall.
Yeah.
Look, you can see nothing with your naked eye.
Through the camera?
Now look through the viewfinder.
Where?
Take your finger away, Glenn.
I
Maybe
can't.
that's what it is. Something trapped in here.
That's pareidolia, that is.
Yeah.
But remember, a demon can turn into anything it wants to, any shape, any form, any
piss
animal
off.
form, anything.
So you think that what we're looking at on the wall?
I don't know. It's,
You think that?
It's changed now.
So it's a girl. Look,
It's
a hand
changed.
up to her mouth. Can you see? There's a hand. There's her hair coming down there, and there's the face, like a. Can you see what I mean?
No.
Two hands.
It's literally pareidolia. Like. I don't understand. I'm confused as to what they're trying to
Yeah,
point
where his
out
hand
to
is.
us.
See the two hands of the girl.
No, I can't make that out.
I don't know what I'm pointing at. because
Yeah,
I'm pointing
exactly.
at
That's
one.
pareidolia.
You're pointing right
Hand a minute,
at
Glenn.
it.
Am I?
The left
Where's-
hand. Yeah, just move. That's kind of what it was.
Right.
Whoa, that's
That
a
is the
grumbling.
noise.
What the hell is that?
Wait for it. He's about to point out the
Whoa,
stew pan.
that's
I
a
guarantee
grumbling.
it.
What the hell is that? Whoa, that's a grumbling. What the hell is that?
No.
No. Okay, there's just me and my friend Stuart here. Can you? What's the matter?
It's a stew.
Hey?
Oh, it's just a stew pan. It's a stew pan. I thought it was a sign from up above.
No, that was kind of a sign from the kitchen.
Stuart.
If
Okay, that's me. That was pretty much it. Near as
that
damn
was,
it, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the stew.
If somebody's here with us before we go, can you knock twice for yes?
No. Sweet fuck all. I'm guessing that's just going to be the end of the episode as well.
Put your light on.
She says she can see a lot through this. Couldn't see anything over there.
Can you make a sound? Is that a thing? What the hell? That's in this corner. It's over here. Did you hear that? You heard
Yeah,
it?
no, I heard it, mate. I'm not flinching when I hear it now because I'm trying to keep the camera still. Is what I'm trying to do.
Sorry, what have I touched? Oh, I touched that.
Okay, thank you for this.
Can you make another sound? Can you make the same?
Yeah, but I didn't see anything move, Carl.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I saw. Let me just pan round.
The second you
There's
pan
nothing
it will
there.
make the noise.
See, we've got them old tins, cups, jugs, or whatever they are, but it wouldn't be them.
Well, we know there's people who don't like intruders, and if Stuart and I are intruding into your kitchen, we will go. Can you make one more noise? Right out loud. Did anything move?
Not Carl. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing at all has moved.
I
Can you
disagree
make
with
one
you,
more
Stuart.
noise? Right. Your kitchen. We
I think the frying pan
will
moved.
go. Can you make one more noise? Right out loud. Did anything move behind?
Not Carl. Nothing at all has moved.
Keep it still,
Nothing.
Stu.
That
Keep
was
it
another-
still.
It's exactly the same again.
No. Although to be fair, when you ting those, they don't move anyway.
It's not even that
The
sound.
frying pan was
Right,
not
just
moving.
just hit that again. Just hit that pan.
It's not that one.
It's not even. It's more than that, isn't it?
It's the one. It's one of the ones on the
The
wall.
things we've
Golden
said.
being tapped.
If you give us another thing, we'll go.
Okay.
We know people, that whatever's in here doesn't like people in here, and I don't want to them off. To be
Okay.
fair.
No.
I think it's only fair.
It was indeed time to call an end to what was a remarkable investigation.
Fair enough.
You want to harm us then, yes?
Here's the highlights.
Do you think there's definitely something negative here?
Yeah, definitely.
The thuds sound as though they're coming from within the walls and beneath the floors.
What was that?
That was behind you.
That was the most compelling bit. The behind you.
There's a
Because I
horrible feeling to this
Don't
place.
know
There's a
what
little
it
girl
could have
here. If there's one of the children here,
Show us you're here. What? Where was that?
Is anybody here?
I actually just felt as though somebody's breathing down my neck right now. Play with us? Come and do so now.
Whoa, that's a grumbling. What the is that? Is that a thing? What? God, crying out loud.
The village church farm museum certainly proved to be an active place. Until next time, sleep tight.
I need to feel alive. I just need to let you know I will never let you ever forget it. As long as you let it take over. I just need to let you know that I will never let you ever forget it. As long as you let it take over.
Brilliant. I don't know what the fuck that was, but fantastic. So, with that brings us to the end of today's stream. Been going for 2 hours, 12 minutes. That might be my last Most Haunted stream for a while. Because, quite frankly, I'm getting fed up of their bullshit. So what I may start doing is finding some more paranormal not evidence, what's the word I'm thinking of? Stuff. Activities. Stuff. I'm going with stuff. I'll find some more paranormal stuff to watch for future streams. Oh, what was? Oh, fucking hell, didn't mean to click that. Oh yes. Yeah, you're right. You are correct. I do want to quickly watch the trailer for The House of Hammer. Here we go. A Discovery Plus original series about Armie Hammer and his abusive ways.
I am here to talk about what happened in my relationship with Armie Hammer.
Brilliant.
Are you okay to bring up your phone?
Yeah. I haven't really digested this one. I have a fantasy about having someone prove their love and devotion and tying them up in a public place at night and making their body for use and seeing if they will f strangers for me.
My bet was going to involve showing up at your place and completely tying you up and incapacitating you, and then being able to do whatever I wanted to every single hole in your body until I was done with you.
In the beginning, I felt like this was all perfect. This was amazing. He would say things, God, you're so perfect. How could you be this beautiful, this smart, so funny? It's like you were made for me. But then things changed. He pushes your boundaries a little bit at a time. You're his, completely. These are messages that are being sent literally within seconds of each other. I mean, he said, I'm 100% a cannibal. I'm freaking out. It was all he wanted to ever talk about. Then I get a note that says I'm gonna bite the out of you. And he was just like acted mad. The ropes were around your neck, your wrists, your ankles, and you're like completely immobilized. And I'm just closing my eyes until it ended.
This is fucking nuts, man.
Once Courtney came forward, other women started coming forward.
How did Armie Hammer go from Hollywood golden boy to an alleged abuser?
When all this came out about Armie, I was not shocked.
You just don't wake up and become this dark controller, abuser.
I mean, he looks psychotic.
This behavior, it's deep-rooted.
On the outside, we were a perfect family, but magnify Succession 1,000,000 times, and it was my family. If you believe about making deals with the devil, the Hammers are top of the totem pole.
Every generation in my family has been involved in dark misdeeds, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. I
I know my grandfather had a dark side, but I saw my father's dark side firsthand. And I've seen my brother's dark side. It was like a monster unleashed. Now it's Army Hammer.
It's just generation to generation.
I've let the hammers control me my whole life. It's time to stop. I refuse to be silenced.
That looks...
My name is Casey Hammer, and I'm about to reveal the dark, twisted secrets of the Hammer family.
Oh, that looks mental. He sounds nuts. He sounds fucking mental. Shit. Right. I'll have to give that a watch when it's out. But, Christ. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. Yeah, unfortunately it is on just Discovery Plus. It comes out 2nd of September. Yeah, mental. Okay. With that wonderful bombshell, I am going to end the stream. So, I shall catch you all later. Yeah. See you later. Thanks for joining me. And have a nice rest of your evening. Peace.